Okay. Oh, as we let in all of our young people, all of our participants, our parents, guests, thank you so much for joining us. So good to see your faces. Love to see the cameras on. Excellent. We're just letting a few more folks in the door. We want to welcome everybody today to our Congressional Award community. Thank you again for your time, for joining us for today's New Jersey State ceremony presented by Bear. My name is Erica Heiss. I serve as the National Director of the Congressional Award Foundation. I am here in Washington, D.C., where we run the Congressional Award Office. But I am a native of New Jersey. I was born in Perth Amboy and grew up in Woodbridge, New Jersey. So this is a privilege today to be moderating and connecting everybody. We are proud to recognize 87 young people from across the great state of New Jersey. And we have some wonderful people online with us to help us celebrate. Members of Congress, board members, partners, parents, friends, advisors, educators, we welcome you and we thank you. A few housekeeping items before we begin. Take a minute to acquaint yourself with the chat box where you can find some valuable information that we'll be posting throughout today's presentation. Once you find that box, be sure to say hello, tell us where you're from, and we'd love to see you. Today's conversation will be recorded and shared with everyone following the conclusion of our program, and will also be sent to all the students who could not join us today. Once our speaking program concludes, we will move to our breakout rooms by congressional district so that we can learn all about our participants today, what you did to earn the award, and you can share your experiences, your stories with us, because that is very important. So please stick with us. And I know we're all excited to hear from everybody about your accomplishments. Parents and guests will also be included in those breakout rooms, so please don't go away. To kick things off today, it is my pleasure to introduce the president of Bear US, Mr. Patrick Lockwood Taylor. Mr. Taylor was appointed president of Bear in August of 2020 and is responsible for all of the US activities of the worldwide Bear Group. In addition to these responsibilities, Patrick also serves as a dual role as regional president of Consumer Health North America, which he has held since joining the company in 2018. It is a pleasure because you have 25 years of global leadership experience in positions in operations, management, sales, marketing, so many wonderful things that our students can learn from. But most importantly, you have supported these outstanding students in their journey in earning a congressional award, and it is a pleasure to introduce you.
Thank you very much, Erica, for that. Firstly, for the work you do, and for that very kind introduction. Hello, everybody, and thank you to our guests who are joining us today. It's wonderful to see all of your faces, and it's a wonderful honor to be amongst so many inspiring young people who are changing the world. It's a great thing to be part of. Biggest welcome, of course, to our Congressional Award medalists. All right, so well done. To your families and to your friends, and it's fantastic you can be with us all today. This is our first virtual state ceremony in New Jersey, and would like to extend our appreciation to the members of the New Jersey delegation in attendance today. Congresswoman Cheryl, Congressman Norcross, Congressman Gottheimer, Congressman Kim, and Congressman Malinowski. Your involvement in this program means that we will have the foundation to continue this success from this year for many more to come. So thank you for your sponsorship and your engagement in this program. I'm here on behalf of Bear today. We are the sponsor of this event, and we're a long time, and we will be a long time supporter of the Congressional Award Program in New Jersey and nationally. The Congressional Award Program helps recognize the positive contributions of America's youth. And today we celebrate those students who have met their goals and found ways to give back to their communities in extremely meaningful ways. And again, I congratulate you in a heartfelt way for your just astonishing achievements. So big congratulations to all of those who are awarded medals. You've contributed to the betterment of New Jersey, to the improvement of society in such a positive and inspiring way. And you must share your stories with as many people as you can, because you lift all boats. It is now my great pleasure to introduce Congresswoman Cheryl, who represents my congressional district, New Jersey's 11th. Wonderful to see you again, Congresswoman Cheryl.
Well, thank you. So great to see you, and always wonderful to work with Bear. And thank you so much for sponsoring this wonderful event. As you may know, Bear is headquartered in my district in Northwest New Jersey. So I want to extend my thanks, as always, for all they do and for supporting such an incredible program that highlights the talents of the next generation of our young leaders. As you'll hear throughout today's events, they've been a strong supporter of not only the New Jersey statewide ceremony, but of the entire Congressional Award program, and in fact, established the STEM Stars initiative that encourage Congressional Award participants to take part in the STEM project nationwide. So I want to start off with a bit of history. New Jersey has always played a special role in the Congressional Award program since its beginning more than 40 years ago. The bill creating it was introduced by a New Jersey Congressman, James Howard, before being signed into law by President Jimmy Carter, a Naval Academy graduate, in November of 1979. So today, while the program is active in all 50 states, New Jersey makes up around 7% of its participants. And many of those participants are with us here today. So to the students and award recipients who are taking part in today's virtual event, I know I speak for all of our members of Congress and special guests when I say welcome. It's truly a privilege to see all of you setting goals and achieving them. Your efforts are really a joy to witness. And to those who haven't yet received their medal, I hope today's event offers inspiration and encouragement as you continue in your pursuit. At its core, the Congressional Award is about service and community involvement, which as members of Congress are values that are deeply felt in our work and are really the reason for what we do. Service has always been at the core of my life ever since I was your age. From the time I entered the Naval Academy at 18, throughout my career in the Navy, my time at the U.S. Attorney's Office, and now as a member of Congress, everything has always really come back to that desire to be part of something bigger and the desire to serve my community. So there truly is, to me, nothing more rewarding. I love seeing that mantle carried on by our young people and seeing all of you experiencing that joy that service to others really brings. So in the past year, we've seen how important personal acts can be and how important it is in tough times to lift each other up and work for each other in whatever way possible. Every one of us has a contribution to make, a responsibility really in our democracy, tailored to our own strengths and interests. The Congressional Award program provides the roadmap, but it's each of you that is able to take control of the journey and make it your own, with the goal of bettering our community, our state, and our nation in the process. So since we last gathered to recognize our New Jersey medalists in person in 2019, our state's gold medalists alone have completed almost 14,000 hours of voluntary public service. That's truly impressive. So for all of our participants who are being recognized today, but especially the 7 of you from the 11th Congressional District, congratulations. You're continuing the legacy of more than 7,000 young people from New Jersey who participated throughout the history of this program and the more than 2,000 bronze, silver, and gold medalists from our state. You really exemplify the best of us and are a perfect example of what the Congressional Award has sought to accomplish since its inception. Thank you for showing us what this program and what young people across the country are capable of. And thank you again to our organizers for putting on this event and for having me on to say a few words. So with that, I'll turn it over to Ray from Bear, and stay safe and take care. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Congresswoman. First of all, for those great remarks, and also for the great service you have provided our country for so many years, and been inspiration to all of us. We appreciate you being here today. We know there's a lot of work going on in Congress, and you're doing the best to help serve all your constituents, and for that, we are very grateful. But most importantly, we want to thank you for all that you've done to support our high achieving Congressional Award recipients. I want to recognize our Congressional Award STEM stars that are here today at this event. For those who may not know, the Congressional Award STEM Star initiation, the initiative was established by Bear in 2018, designed to promote a passion for science, technology, engineering, and math, something which we do not have enough graduates in this great country of ours today to fill the jobs of tomorrow. The initiative exposes Congressional Award participants to STEM-related concepts, as well as STEM in everyday life, helping make STEM more approachable and providing access to quality STEM programs that so many today youth don't even know they even have access to and are around them at every corner of every street that they're on. So to earn a STEM Star Congressional Award, participants must heavily incorporate activities from one of the 4 fields in which they will complete in pursuit of a gold medal. Since the program has started 3 years ago, we have seen participants dedicate thousands of hours towards STEM-related activities across all 4 program areas: voluntary public service, personal development, physical fitness, and exploration. Whether it's volunteering time at a research lab to help solve medical issues, giving free tutoring lessons to young students, setting goals to improve one of their own skills in math or technology, participating in robotics or AV clubs, or even conducting environmental studies in overnight trips. We've seen the STEM Stars program flourish and encourage young achievers all across the United States to explore their passion in science, technology, engineering, and math. As a leader in science, we at Bear and the Congressional Award believe getting young people involved in STEM is important because not only is the STEM workforce critical to our nation's health and economy, but STEM educates our students to become tomorrow's innovators and leaders, and who are going to solve the most pressing problems that this world faces. So far this year, 2021 gold medalist class has 5 STEM stars from the great state of New Jersey. For those of you who are able to attend the event today, we congratulate you on all the work you have done and will continue to ignite your passion in STEM. These young people have completed various STEM activities that have helped better their communities and themselves. Some examples are working with the Association of Women in STEM, working in the Department of Homeland Security in National Cybersecurity and Communication, Integration Center, as well as teaching inmates how to code and improving STEM education for underprivileged and gifted children. Bear Science Matters granted STEM projects and researching across the country. So congratulations to all of our STEM Star winners. We're so proud of you for all that you have done, the amount of hours of service you have put in to better your community, make you an inspiration to all of us. It is now my pleasure to introduce Congressman Gottheimer, New Jersey's 5th Congressional District. Congressman.
Thank you so much, Ray. Really appreciate it. And thank you for bringing everyone together today. It's so great to see everyone. I hope everyone's family is doing well and okay. And it's great to be here with my colleagues, with Mikey and Andy and Tom and Donald. This is a wonderful occasion, not just for all the STEM stars, but for all of you. I think back of when I got my first internship serving was when I was 16 on Capitol Hill, and what you could do when you actually are able to put your mind to it and help others, and how good it feels personally, but how much you can do to help others. And I know that's what you all are committed to. And I'm just so grateful to be here with you. I do want to acknowledge Patrick and Paxton and all those from Bear who do so much for our state and for our community. Thank you so much. And thank you for sponsoring the event. I do want to congratulate the 12 students in the 5th district. Mikey had 11. I'm not competitive, but we have 12 in the 5th. Just want to point that out. Andy will try to one-up me here, I'm sure, in a minute. But if I can just acknowledge the 5th district recipients really quickly, if that's okay. Batu Kim of New Milford, and Kayla Colburn of Franklin Lakes, and Henry Dole of Blairstown, Kate Min of Ridgewood, Megan Nihes of Ringwood, Vinay Prasad from Ridgewood, Vanessa Rena of Bergenfield, and Bennett Ree of Northfield, Chande Sean Dakni of Hillsdale, Dakni Shah of Hillsdale, Nathaniel Sun of Mawa, and Andrew Swanson of Ridgewood. Finally, Perry Trapito of Ridgewood. Thank you and congratulations to all of you. As was mentioned, New Jersey has always been a top state in Congressional Award participation since the program's inception back in 1979. Since I've taken office, I've always been awed by students' journeys through their voluntary service, like yours, in personal development, physical fitness, and expedition or exploration of projects. The sheer determination and selflessness that you all have shown, and the way what you demonstrate on behalf of your communities, it's just exemplary, and it's inspiring to all of us. I think this shows us that the next generation of leaders are clearly well equipped with the tools to succeed. And this clearly displays your dedication to helping all of us and our country move forward. And I know one of you will replace Andy Kim one day, because it's people like you who have the ability, I know, to go so far. As a member of the House Financial Services Committee, I'm regularly promoting how finances and financial services affect our everyday lives. I know that that's one of the issues that I stress, and it's something that's come up with many of you. It's also why I believe the Congressional Award Personal Finance Program, powered by Intuit, is an amazing opportunity for our students, regardless of ability and circumstance or background. The program can help you develop critical skills by exploring key personal finance topics. And I just want to thank you for applying your knowledge to build your financial futures and volunteering to give back. Please take advantages of all this program has to offer. I know that you will be in a great position to achieve all your goals throughout your lives, given what you've learned here and together and how much you've gained through this program. So thank you. It's really an honor to be here with all of you. It gets me, I'll just tell you, I'm sure Andy and Mikey feel exactly the same way. And I'm sure Tom's on here somewhere, and Donald, but of how it's moments like this that get us fired up and ready to keep doing our jobs and fighting so hard to build a stronger future for you. And I'm just really, really grateful. So God bless all of you, and congratulations again.
Thank you so much, Congressman. Great to see you again. It's now my pleasure to introduce Congressman Andy Kim from the 3rd Congressional District. We're excited that he is a member of the Small Business Committee, which is a committee that we've been working with closely as we are promoting our financial literacy programs, but also our programs on entrepreneurship. So it is a pleasure now to introduce Congressman Andy Kim.
Yeah, thanks, Erica, and thanks, Patrick and Ray and everyone else for what you're doing here. This has been, well, first of all, I'm really excited to be here. This is really a joy, as Josh was just saying, really the types of things that just lift up our spirits and helps us understand what it is that we are trying to fight for in training up the next generation of leaders. What I want to say to you all that are recipients of this, including the great folks down in Burlington County, Ocean County, who received this, is I hope this was a really rewarding experience, and I hope you gained a lot out of it and learned a lot about yourself through this all. For me, service is so key in terms of how I've come to understand myself. So, what I often say is that yeah, I describe myself in core principles as a son of immigrants, a husband to my wife, a father to my baby boys, and as a public servant. I see my identity as a public servant as core and as essential to who I am as those other elements are. And it was my parents that taught me this line when I was a kid, where they said, service isn't just a job, it's a way of life. And at that time, I was just like, yeah, thanks, Mom, thanks, Dad, like whatever, and I just kind of, I did service projects, but, I kind of just did them, I felt like I was, kind of doing it. It was great experience and interest, but I don't think I fully internalized what it is I was trying to do and how it fits in with this broader word that I've been grappling with my whole life, which is about community. What does it mean for us to serve? Service, if it's not just a way of life, it's an embodiment of how we understand the people around us, and we understand our roles and responsibilities to them, not just our friends and families and neighbors, but strangers alike. And I hope you came across some of that feeling. I hope you got to see the impact that you have made. And I hope that that is something that brought you joy and reward and satisfaction. Service isn't just government work. It's about just all the different ways that we can do it. Like I said, my parents said, it's not just something 9 to 5 and you hang it on up. It's a fundamental aspect of who we are. And I think about a quote that always has kind of guided me, a great quote from Teddy Roosevelt, where he said, far and away, the best prize that life has to offer is the chance to work hard at work worth doing. And I really, for me, found service to be such an honorable work and something I feel blessed to have done. And that's why I'm so proud of all of you in discovering this and pushing yourself and challenging yourself to take on other things. You could have done a lot of things with the time that you had. You could have done a lot of other efforts and spent your time doing other things, but you chose to serve and you chose to try to build a stronger community. And I just am immensely proud of you and applaud you for that. And I look forward to finding other ways to connect and going forward and find ways to work together. So with that, I'll let you get back to the program, but I'm grateful that I had a chance to be able to just say congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Congressman Kim. It is now my pleasure to introduce Congressman Tom Malinowski from New Jersey's 7th District. For those students who attended our last ceremony in person in Summit, you would have met Congressman Malinowski, and it is a pleasure to have him back this year. Congressman?
Thank you so much. Great to see you all. Great to see my my House colleagues and friends, Andy and Josh and Mikey, and I guess Don is on as well. And just to be able to take part in this again, as you mentioned, I did in person once before when that was possible, and we'll do it again soon. But I'm glad that we were able to come together anyway with this forum. Look, Mikey mentioned the New Jersey history here, that this is a program that has its roots in New Jersey, and it's not surprising. We like to say, and it's absolutely true, we've got the best schools in all of America right here in New Jersey because we've chosen to invest in our young people as the leaders of our country in the future. There are a lot of states that export things like oil and gas and minerals and wheat and soybeans. New Jersey's biggest contribution, we've got all kinds of industry and agriculture, but our biggest contribution is the incredibly brilliant young minds that we dedicate and export to this country. And what I love about this program, and others have touched on it, is that it doesn't just celebrate the talent of those young minds. It doesn't just celebrate their capabilities. It also celebrates their dedication to marry those capabilities with a sense of purpose, with a desire to serve, with a desire to make our communities, our state, and our country better places to live, more consistent with our values. And I think that's really important right now because, you know, I've come to believe in a lifetime of being involved in politics that the biggest threat to our country, it's not people we disagree with. It's not people who believe something else. Disagreement is a healthy thing. The biggest threat is people who say you don't really want to believe in anything at all. It's cynicism. And there are a lot of people out there who want you to be cynical if you're young in America today, who want you not to believe that you can make a difference. Because if they can convince you of that, then they've got the power to shape this country's future, and they don't have to worry about your hopes and dreams and contributions. So I'm glad that you don't listen to those voices of cynicism, despite all the reasons that the news every single night gives us sometimes to tune out and to get depressed. That this generation is stepping up with hope and confidence in itself to make a better future for themselves and for the country. One of the best things that I've done as a congressman since I started this wonderful job 3 years ago has been setting up a youth advisory council. We opened it to high school students who want to contribute to what we're doing in Washington, D.C., and we've been just overwhelmed by the number of amazing young people who have signed up and who've gotten to know me. I've gotten to know them. Whenever I speak to them, I know I've got to bring my A game because the questions they ask are generally better informed than the questions I get from adults in the district. So really, really glad to be part of this wonderful program that gives our young people an opportunity to hone their talent and their desire to use it for the good. And then finally, I just want to say I'm really shocked that my friend Josh Gottheimer tried to make this into a competition. I mean, I think that's wrong. It's not who we are. But if it were a competition, I would, of course, have to note that my district has 17 which is a little more than 11 or 12. But of course, it's not a competition at all, and I don't care about any of that. So with that, thank you all. Look forward to more discussion in the breakout rooms.
Well said, Congressman. Well said. Thank you so much. And finally, I'm excited to introduce Congressman Donald Norcross from New Jersey's 1st Congressional District. The Congressman is a member of the House Committee on Education and Labor, which is our authorizing committee for the Congressional Award Program. So we're very thankful to him. And without further ado, Congressman Norcross.
Thank you. And to my colleagues, it's great to see them with a smile on their face. Needless to say, we have had some challenging times since being sworn in January. And for those of you who saw the clips, January 6th was an incredible day, a challenge to us as a nation, regardless of how you feel about politics. That was an attack on democracy. But what helps us get through that is exactly what you're doing today. As my colleagues spoke about before me, something greater than yourself. John McCain spoke of that so often, and quite frankly, was able to reach across the aisle. It sounds simple, but certainly the challenges we face from day to day are immense, and we get input from so many places. But I just want to share one story of why I'm here today. And that goes back to my father and mother and how they raised me, encouraging me to find my own path. For my brothers, they went through a traditional path of college. I went to what they call the other four-year school. I did an apprenticeship. The point I'm trying to make here, no matter what you do, something greater than yourself, helping yourself and those around you. I have a picture that sits on my desk of when I was about 8 years old on the steps of the House of Representatives. I had no idea where life would take me. Certainly, it's incredible. But what my father would always tell me, and this sounds strange coming from somebody who is in politics, let your deeds speak for themselves. You don't have to tell people. I like to say that's the humility button. I always tend to look twice at those who like the self-promotion. And I want to look in your heart. And that's what's really special about the Jersey delegation. Andy is just to the north of me, is just such a caring person. Tom brings the knowledge of what goes on around the world. And Josh is a guy with rockets on his feet. He runs, but when you stop and talk to him, it's a great heart. And that's what you have to come here. So maybe one day you get a picture up there on the steps of the house when we can get back there, and you'll remember to tell that next generation how you got there. With that, good luck. We'll see you over on the other side, and let me yield back.
Thank you so much. And what an outstanding lapel pin, I might add. Love the New Jersey pin. Thank you all. Wonderful remarks, inspirational. I am really excited for this next part. We're going to break out into our rooms per district and allow all of our students to share a little bit about what they did to earn their congressional award. In person, you would be walking across the stage and we would be bestowing a Congressional Award medal around your neck. Here, we found that it's really nice to be able to engage and hear from you of what you enjoyed, what you got the most out of, and how you contributed to your community in New Jersey, because we all want to learn more. So I'm going to allow Bethy to break us out, but please, at the end, when we come back together, we have some giveaways that we are going to give out. So stay with us. And once again, thank you, everyone. All right, everyone, welcome back. That was really fun. I would just want to thank all the students for sharing their experiences with the Congressional Award Program. I heard a lot of great, from a lot of great young people who talked about their service and expeditions and some of their networking and mentorship. And thank you for sharing. And I know that's not always easy. So we are coming to a close now, and I just once again want to congratulate all of the young people for your accomplishments. I wish we could meet you in person, but this has actually given us an opportunity to communicate and engage on a different level, and I hope that you enjoyed that. I also shout out to all the parents and the advisors, the school administrators, all the adults that have made these things possible. To bear for your sponsorship, for the dollars that go to this program. This is not a congressionally funded program, so we could not do this without you. And we hope that you will keep going and make it to the gold. And once you've hit gold, we hope you'll keep going and really incorporate these types of activities into your everyday, into adulthood. And that's the spirit of the program. Continue to give back, continue to think about your health and wellness, travel, see the world, push yourself outside of your comfort zone and learn new things, right? We should always be a beginner at something, no matter what stage of life we are in. And I hope everyone will embrace that and continue to try new things that you've not done before. So please be on the lookout for continued engagement on our financial literacy program. We're going to do a Pathway to Career webinar where we're going to talk with CHROs about things that you could be mindful of when you're applying to jobs. So we encourage you to participate in any of our programming. And of course, you'll get Congressional Award credit for doing so. But to close things out, we have a giveaway. We have a Nike backpack filled with Congressional Award swag. And so Bethy, I think, is going to put some names on the wheel, and we're just going to, to end in a fun way, we are going to pull a name and send you a swag bag for your participation today. So let's see what we've got. And while we're doing that, I just want to thank all of the members of Congress for being here, for supporting your students. Very cool. Kathleen is getting a swag bag. All right, cool. So Kathleen's really happy she participated today. Congressman Malinowski, who was in our breakout room, thank you for your participation. And like I said, I got to meet you in person the last time we did this. Congressman Norcross, Congresswoman Cheryl, Congressman Kim, and Congressman Gottheimer. Truly, you inspire us from the work that you do on Capitol Hill and at home in the communities. And thank you for embracing and recognizing the young people today. Thank you, Bear. Thank you, Patrick. Thank you, Ray Cairns. And to the Congressional Award team, we'll see you next time. Thank you.